Hey y'all, how y'all doing? This is your girl Tysheen. How you feeling? I know it's been a while. It's been a while. Sorry. I'm sorry. How you doing? How you feeling? Comment below. Let me know where you from and how you feeling today. I'm doing great. I can't complain, the smile on my face. I'm doing good. I can't complain. Okay. A little cloudy today, but it's okay. It's still summer over here, still hot. Yeah, so I'm going to react to my boy Walter's World, and we're going to talk about the reasons why tourists get robbed in Europe. That is pretty much everywhere. If you're a tourist any country or anywhere, you definitely got to be careful, okay? But let's just get straight to the video and we'll talk after.
Hey there, fellow travelers, Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're here in Paris, and today we're going to talk about our reasons why tourists get robbed when they travel. And we're here on a dark and stormy day here in Paris, and I think that's a good time to talk about some of the dark and stormy parts of your travels, because there are times when you do get robbed. It does happen. It doesn't always happen, but it's important for you to know the situations and the reasons why, so you can be prepared for that. And honestly, one of the biggest reasons why you get robbed as a tourist is because you're a tourist and you look the part. That's why it's very important that you prepare yourself before you go. What should I wear? Where should I go? Where should I not go? What are the sites? When do I go out? When do I not go out? The more you prepare yourself, the less uncomfortable you feel and the less uncomfortable you look when you walk around. Because if you look like a tourist and you've got your guidebook like this, you're looking at your guidebook and the site, you're not paying attention to your surroundings.
Exactly.
Okay, so just be aware of that. Because the thing is, it's not just your clothes that give you away as a tourist, it's how you act and how you go around, all right? Now, another reason why you might get robbed when you travel is you're showing the bling. You got your rings and your bracelets and your earrings and your bracelets and your necklaces and lots of bracelets apparently, but also you're showing your cash. When you're going to the ATM, you're taking out a lot of money, or you're paying with cash, you're showing those things. People notice those things. And here in Paris, whenever you take out money by the ATM, you'll see there's probably somebody begging near that ATM, and they're seeing what you're taking out. So just make sure you're not drawing attention to yourself to be like, hey, look at me, I have money, you should rob me. Because honestly, there's some places in the world you really don't dress up. You really don't dress nice and show the bling and the rings and stuff like that, because it does attract people to rob you, okay?
That's pretty much, like I said, that's pretty much everywhere here, especially here in New York, America. It doesn't matter where. Just be careful how the way you show your money or your jewelry or anything. Just, you want to be a little low key.
Now, another thing I think is important for all tourists to remember is this, and this is the reason why people get robbed. Well, you think the magic fanny pack of travelers will protect you from anything bad happening. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to over the years that have been really upset. My vacation was ruined because my car got broken into or my wallet got stolen. I'm like, well, those things happen at home too, don't they? Well, yes. Crime happens where I live just like it happens here in Paris. And people think just because they're on vacation, nothing bad will happen. Look, going back to that first one, you do have to prepare. You do have to do the basic common stuff. My wallet, notice it's not in my back pocket, it's in my front pocket. My mom has a money belt when she's here because she realizes, look, I'm a tourist, these things happen, and I'm not just protected because I'm on vacation. And I think that's one of the reasons why when people do get robbed or they do get pickpocketed when they travel, they get even more upset because they expect it to be a relaxing vacation.
But why would you get upset? Like, there's crimes everywhere. I don't understand why people get upset if you go to another country and you get robbed or something. Like, I don't get it. Like, there's crimes everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go. I mean, I know about Japan. I'm not sure other countries. I shouldn't say all countries, but I know in Japan, people don't get robbed like that in Japan. Japan law is very strict. But yeah, most countries, there's crimes pretty much everywhere. So, and
obviously when you get pickpocketed, robbed, it is not a relaxing thing.
Protect yourself.
Be aware of that. The magic fanny pack does not protect you from bad things happening when you travel.
No.
Now, the next thing I think is important to realize, the reason why you were robbed is your age. Either you're old or you're young, or you have young ones with you. Because if you're old, they see, oh, you're old, you're not going to chase after us. Or you're not going to speak the language when you're in another country, right? So they're easy pickings. My parents have been robbed before. A guy's like, oh, you have some mustard on your shoulder, and they helped it off. My mom put her bag down. I wasn't there for this. I warned her. It was in Barcelona. I said, don't trust anyone. Put it down. He helped her get the mustard off. They walked away. Her bag was gone. Okay,
That's
old people are
sad.
targets. Also, young people, little kids, and teenagers are easy because they're not paying attention. That's one thing I always want to say is don't give your little kid the expensive camera because the camera is the target. And if your little kid has it, they're relatively easy to rob from. That's why it's called taking candy from a baby. So do be aware of that. And the thing is, if you're traveling with your little ones, you're watching your little ones and not your gear. Jocelyn, she had her wallet stolen from Liam's baby bag, like where the dirty diapers go. She had her wallet in there and they stole her wallet out of the diaper bag, okay?
Out of the diaper bag? That is crazy. If they could do that, oh my God.
So
this is why I said
just
you gotta be
realize your
careful.
age, that would be something that would influence it as well. Now, another thing that might draw attention and get people to notice you that they might rob you is if you're loud when you're out and about. If you're drawing attention to yourself by being loud. I know Jocelyn talks about the girl here. We came to Paris many years ago, and she's on the metro, and she's like, I can't believe I'm drinking French champagne in Paris. I mean, it was like so loud. I'm like, I want to rob you just to shut you up. And one of the things, if you're loud and obnoxious as a tourist, no one's going to feel sorry for you when something bad does happen to you. So just remember that and remember your manners, because then people are like, hey, leave that person alone. Because I've seen locals stop people robbing other people because the person was not being an annoying tourist. So just have a heads up for that. Now, another reason why you might get robbed is you have too much luggage. And the thing is, sometimes we have so much luggage, you don't realize when a piece disappears. This is one of those taxi things when a bag is forgotten in the taxi. Right, these things do happen. Sometimes it's an accident, but sometimes it's not. When you have too much luggage, you're too busy trying to hold it all. You're not going to be able to run after them if they take a bag or they take a wallet or take a small bag because you got all your other stuff and you're not going to leave it behind. So that's why we always recommend travel light. We will go for 9 weeks at a time and I will have a carry-on bag and my backpack with my camera stuff. And that.
Like, how many clothes do you need? Like, I'm quite sure most places have washer and dryer. So he is right though. Don't travel with so much bags, so much luggage. Like, I don't see anything wrong just washing what was dirty, just wash it and wear it again. I don't see anything wrong with it. So he's right. I'm glad I don't own a lot of clothes. So if I travel very, very light.
That's it. Okay, you don't need to take the kitchen sink with you. You don't need 20 pairs of shoes. Okay,
exactly.
Just 10. All right, but realize that the more luggage you have, the more you got to watch out for. There's more things that can get stolen, and it is an issue. And that is one of the things I want you to know. Now,
when I travel, like the most shoes I'll have like one slippers, one sneakers, but y'all call it what y'all call it? Trainers, trainers. I only have one, and a regular shoes. That's it. Three most stuff I'll carry. Shoes I'll carry. That's it. And I don't wear different colors. My videos you can see I wear green, black. Those are the kind of colors that I like. I like earth tone type of colors. So it's easier for me to like travel a little bit of clothes. So yeah.
Now another reason why you might get robbed when you travel is you don't protect your important stuff, right? I mean, you just carry your passport in your back pocket or your wallet in your back pocket. Easy picking points. You don't use the hotel safe for your cash and for your passport when you're going out. You don't back up your documents. Like these things, because once they get lost, they're hard to replace, okay?
Yeah.
So that's why it's important. Have a scanned version of your passport in your phone or also have it in your Google Drives or email it to yourself. Same thing with your plane tickets. If you don't have have your codes, have those things ready just in case you need to get it.
He's absolutely right. I do the same thing. I don't play my documents. It's always good to have pictures and copies. Is always good because you never know.
They do get taken.
You never know. It does.
Also, if you have medicine, this is things. You travel in the U.S., one of the biggest things that happen is you get your medicine stolen in the hotel. So make sure you do use that lockbox, okay? Or safe to keep your stuff safe.
Don't use. I will talk about that. I heard about them lockbox in the hotels. I heard that sometimes like I'm not saying all workers, but I've seen videos where people talk about how their stuff has been stolen in the lockbox. So it's sad, but it's like you gotta travel with your stuff no matter where you go. Even if you're going to the store real quick, it's always good to travel those stuff on you than have it sitting somewhere. You just can't trust no one.
Okay, because a lot of people, it kind of goes that magic fanny pack and nothing's gonna happen. No, you need to protect yourself all the time. Whether you're in the hotel room with your stuff or you're not with your stuff, it needs to be.
Did you see that lady with the bag hanging on her back? Why would she walk around with the bag hanging behind her back? those type of bags, you gotta be careful. You have to have those bags in the front of you.
Be locked away and put away. And that whole not protecting yourself. Another big one I do see is you leave your phone just laying on the table. I mean, I will see people, sometimes they'll put it in their jacket pocket and then put their jacket on the back of their coat. That's easy pickings right there. Or they're out, like here in Paris, I've seen it a lot. People are sitting at the tables outside, they have their phone sitting there. They're not thinking, they're talking to their friends, someone walks by, boom, their phone is gone. That goes to that whole idea of not protecting your important stuff. So remember that with your phone. Don't just leave it out.
Yeah, he's right. Don't do that, y'all. I don't even do that here, okay? And I live here. I don't do that here. And plus, I'm the type of person, I might forget it, and I might leave my phone there, and I might get up and forget. So, yeah.
Same thing with your wallet. Don't leave it. I mean, so if you get that big full wallet
keep it in your bag.
Some people joke about that dads have, get rid of all that stuff before you go. Keep it small so you can keep it in your front pocket so it's not uncomfortable to sit on. Now, the 8th reason why you got robbed is you're gullible. You're naive. You think everyone is here to help you. You really want to help them. Yes, I will sign that petition to protect the world and to make nuclear bombs illegal here in France. Look, you gotta be careful with the people you meet when you travel. Now, I'll be honest, when I travel around the world, I've met wonderful people everywhere. But you gotta at least be realistic when you meet people. Here in France, if someone comes up and tries to give you a free flower or a free bracelet, it's not free. They're gonna want something,
nothing is free.
Right? Or if they come up to have you sign a petition, look, they're not there for petitions. They're sizing you up, letting them know of like, what could I get from this person? Or maybe they are getting something from you and you don't even realize it. Look, you can't be gullible. If something happens, so a bird poops on you or the mustard gets on you, like how they got my mom. She was gullible. It's like, oh, that's a really nice person that's helping me out. Don't be that way. You got to be like on your nose, like paying attention when these things are happening. Because yes, there's a lot of really helpful people, but sometimes there's people that use people's naivete and gullibleness to help them to your stuff. And you don't want that when you're traveling. Now, the 9th reason you got robbed when you travel is you're an American or you're Asian. And the reason why I say that is because there's 2 things that American and Asian tourists have in common. One, they usually like cash, and cash is great because if someone does take your wallet, once you notice it's missing, backtrack where you went and look in the garbage cans because they're probably not going to use your credit card and your license, but they will take that cash, okay? And they know with Americans and Asians, they have a lot of cash on them, so they're, hey, if we pickpocket them, we rob them, we're probably going to get more cash and stuff we can use than if we rob somebody else. Also, in general, Asians and Americans tend not to speak all the foreign languages of all the different countries they go to. Therefore, it's harder for them to yell help or get the police. And by the time somebody realizes something's going on, boom, the thieves are gone. Okay, so I just want to give a heads up for that. I've actually seen that with my students when I brought them to Europe. So just be ready. Now, the 10th reason why you might get robbed when you travel is you're impaired. Whether you've drank too much or you've taken too much of something, when you're doing that, you're making bad decisions, but also your reflexes are slower, your decision making is worse, and that's where it's easier to rob people. I have seen a lot of drunk travelers or hungover travelers the next day at hospitals all over Europe, actually all over the world, missing a wallet, missing a phone. Did they lose it or somebody take it? I've seen people that got beat up because they were drunk and they lost their passport that way.
Damn, that's
my buddy
bad.
Steve, when we were in St. Petersburg, that happened to him. So, just be smart. If you're going to be out drinking with your buddies, don't stay out too late, or make sure you're going with your buddies, not going out alone, okay? So be careful with that. And that leads me into the 11th thing, and you see my tears going because the 11th reason why you got robbed is something there's nothing we can do about. It's just bad luck. You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. I lived in Lisbon. This is one of the safest capitals in Europe. Guys tried to rob me on the metro because I got at the wrong spot. These things happen. You're going up the escalator and you forget to zip your bag. Someone goes in and takes it. Just bad luck happens. Don't let getting robbed ruin your trip. Yes, it's going to upset you. Yes, it's going to suck. But don't let it ruin your experience. Don't let it ruin your time. Enjoy what you can because, hey, you know what? They took your credit cards, you can get your credit cards back. They take your passport, you can get a passport back. You can replace those things. You can't replace yourself and you can't replace your memories. So let yourself still enjoy your trip, even if some cruddy things do happen, like getting robbed. And I'll be honest, I've been doing this traveling thing for a long time. And the only thing I've ever had stolen from me is an umbrella. Okay, so just be aware of that because it does happen. Jocelyn got robbed of Liam's, her wallet from her diaper bag when she was with Liam. My mom's had her thing happen to her. My dad's people try to pickpocket him a number of times too because he was older and on public transportation. So do be careful with that, all right? So if you want to learn more about safety when you travel, we have a video on just general safety advice for travelers. We also have a video on the most popular places for people to get robbed when they do travel. Yeah, tourist sites and public transportation. Always have your head on the swivel and pay attention to those places because those are the two biggest ones. But they're all linked down below if you want to have more stuff. Safety advice for here in Paris, or tourist traps and scams all over Europe. Check us out on our website at Walter's.
Yeah, you just gotta be careful. You definitely have to be careful. It doesn't matter where you live, you have to be careful. And like you said, a lot of people go on trips and they think they're gonna have a wonderful time, and they think that other countries don't have crimes, and you know, I'm gonna enjoy myself, I'm gonna have a wonderful trip and nothing's gonna happen. I'm gonna, you know, everything's gonna be great. You don't know. So like like he said, you still gotta protect yourself. You know, there's crimes everywhere. I've said this so many times. There's crimes everywhere. You might think there's no crime happening. There are people. Not every country has all good, and you know, every country has good and bad. Good people, bad people. That's how it is, and that's life. You know, you just gotta be careful. You gotta look at your surroundings. Make sure your wallet, especially for men. Most men like to put their wallet in the back of their pocket. Don't do that. I don't know why men do it. I guess because it's comfortable to do it, but keep your wallet somewhere in the front. Have something hidden. You know, if someone's too close to you, make sure you have your hand holding your wallet or whatever, your phone, whatever. Just hold it, okay? I've seen too many videos with other countries where and most of these people that's doing these going robbing people, it's not only one person. It's always a group of them. It'll be like at least 10 of them. It's like a whole team. This is their job. Like literally, this is their job. They go around robbing people. This is everywhere. This, like I said, it's everywhere, especially here in America. This is in Jamaica. This is in everywhere. But yeah, so comment below, let me know how you feel about this video. Have you been robbed before? I like to hear your stories. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Comment below, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you later. Peace.